Good morning, it's Tuesday, and as you see, I've had my breakfast, and I got dressed, went ahead and drove over to work. I work 7 to 11 here. Obviously, you guys know where I work. Work went really well. Had my Celsius, the Fantasy Vibe, and then
here we go.
Did some leg training. As you see, we're doing lunges and step-ups here. Obviously, we're going a little heavier on lunges, a little lighter on step-ups to focus on the second part of the movement all the way down, and did a brutal core superset with crunches and leg lifts both on the bench. I kind of like doing leg lifts on the bench instead of on the floor. I would do them hanging, but I am really tall, so I went ahead and did them on the bench, and then had my lunch, and then it's on to the garage. Alright, we are out here taking the trash out right now because it's Tuesday. They come on Wednesdays. This got all filled up, and normally what I do is we put it around here. In nicer weather, we put her right here, and obviously when the snow hits, we put it right around here in this corner. So, but it's over there. It's fine. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna head in there and sharpen the blades up. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and check this carburetor. We let it sit overnight, and she looks better. So looks like the cleanout definitely do its job. I need to get some towels here and let it cleaned up. All right, so I went ahead and sprayed the carburetor down, and it's a little hard to get off, a little rusty. But to be fair, this is like a 20-something-year-old carburetor, so I'm probably the best decision I think is to probably get a new carburetor for this. I might get a new spark plug. I haven't checked on it, so but probably gonna get a new carburetor for it and save this one for like a parts carburetor. These are all the parts for the green mower, but like I said, we can't power wash this because we don't have a quick connector. So, well, it's supposed to come tomorrow. But like I said, what we can do is sharpen the blades on these two and replace the mulch blades that we have on it right now with those ones. So we're going to replace it with those. I'll show you guys how I take the deck out, because like I said, I take the deck out to sharpen the blades. So let's get after it. I forgot that I have other parts in the gas. We had this as well. This looks much better, putting it in gas overnight. And then this right here, again, I just hit them with the brush. This brush right here, I just scrub it up a little bit, and yeah, I think we're probably gonna need a new carburetor for this. Hopefully they have other hoses, because looking at this, it is really, really moldy. So hopefully they have them. It's not on the parts thing, but luckily there is a model number for this. It's right there, so there is a model number. I'll look up the model number, get the carburetor for it, but time to sharpen the blades. All right, time to sharpen the blades on these, so I'm going to show you guys how I do them. So, put them on here. You want the blades to be facing up, so you could do this on a grinder, but I'm usually scared of sparks, so we're going to flip this over, so then we can use some leverage to tighten it up. Right there. Just tighten it up. You don't want to tighten it up too much, although I just did. But now we're going old school. Gonna use a file. So I like this. I'd like to go up, try to be level with the blades, and just do this. You could also use a grinder, but this is what I normally do. I think you go like that. So, and yeah, let's get sharpened. All right, got both of them sharpened up. They look really nice. So nice and sharp and shiny as well. Let's go throw them on. All right, time to take the deck off. And my grandma's watching again, so shh, pressure's on. Don't tell her. All right, so what we're gonna do, I said earlier, gonna take these cotton pins, and again, this is the same thing to the other side. I'll do the other side off camera. There's another one right here. And take this off. There we go. And then there's a bolt right here. It's a 9/16. Where did I put the ratchet? Right in front of me. Right here. And you're going to get in here. And you're going to... Oh, that's the wrong way. You're going to loosen it up. There we go. and there's no bolt holding on the other side. So we're gonna take this off here. All right, got it off. So again, this is vice versa to the other side. And when you pull this cotton pin out on the back of it, you should be able to just, you might have to put the deck up a little bit, but this is it. We gotta put this back in. So I just took it off, but I'll figure out how to get it back in. You just look at the other side and you should be able to put it back in, no problem. So we're gonna figure that out, and yeah, let me get the other side. All right, I'm moving a little tired on that side, but got them off, so now all we gotta do is slide this deck out. Flip it up on. There we go. All right, we got it flipped over. As you see, we got mulch plates on right now. Go swap them out with those ones that I installed, and then we'll move on to the push mower. All right, got the blades on, so now we're gonna go ahead and put the deck back on. All right, already got that side installed. So now we're gonna go ahead, that's the hardest side, because I give myself not a lot of space over there, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to these sides. I think I got this fixed up. I think we're fixed for now, so we're gonna go ahead and put this on. All right, finally put it on. And that was hard to try to get that on. So we got it on finally. Gotta tighten this up. And yeah, this deck still needs fixed. At least the lever up top still needs fixed. So maybe we'll fix it all here, but we're gonna do the push mower next. Finally got this off. This was a pain in the dick to get off, but it's on there now as a bee over there right now. So I'm pretty allergic to bees. I don't know if I told you guys my story, but oh yeah, it's still there. Hold on, we're gonna let it go for a little bit. All right, just finished sharpening up this one. It looks a lot better. You can see it's really shiny and sharp. So now all we gotta do now is throw it back on the push mower. All right, got the blade back on there. I had to spray some WD-40 to get that off of there, but got it off. So now all we gotta do now is flip it back over. All right, flip it back over. So now that's probably all we're going to do for today as far as garage work. And then tomorrow, if we get the quick connector, we're going to power wash this thing. So that's the plan. Good morning. It is Wednesday. As you see, I am really tired. I work a full day today, 6 to 2 today and tomorrow, Thursday, from 6 to 2. I show up to work. All right, I am back from work. Work went really well. I'm home. And guys, the quick connector showed up, as long as the fuel filter for the green lawnmower. So that's going to go there with all the green mower parts. And so that means we get to power wash this engine. I've been wanting to power wash it, so I might disconnect a couple things. Like I'm definitely going to disconnect the starter. So I'll probably disconnect it, just put it to the side for now. And yeah, other than that, that'll be it. We're going to get to power washing because this thing definitely needs cleaned. Maybe while I'm at it, if I can, I'll clean the other two mowers as well, just so they look nice and shiny. All right, I got her out here, but now we can get a better view of how dirty this engine looks. And this is a really old engine, but yeah, we can look at it. You can see how moldy it is. We can see it better. I'm probably going to go ahead and take this gas tank off as well, so it's probably the plan. And then the hose is not long enough to reach the garage, so I'm probably going to put it right where my car is. Well, on the driveway, but my mother just left to take my sister to babysit her coworker's daughter. But that's what she looks like, and yeah, let's go pressure wash it. But we got to make sure that disconnector works first before we actually do it. As you see here, I'm currently airing up the tire. It calls for 14 PSI, so that's why I have it on here right now. Well, it's at 6 PSI, but I have it set to 14 because that's what it says on the tire. And we'll go bring her over there, but I'm going to wait for my mom to come home first. All right, got the lawnmower moved to the driveway. As you see, this is where we have our connector. It's right there. So, yeah, got her over here, and the thunderstorm might hold up a little bit. It's not supposed to storm until I think 5 when I checked. So, got her over here. I also went ahead and aired up the tires, and I took the gas tank off as well. And as we can see in there, yeah, it looks really, really dirty. So I think we're definitely doing the power wash this thing. So here's a look at some other pictures of the engine. So yeah, and then after that, if we have time, we'll take it off and get the gaskets tomorrow because I do get paid tomorrow. So maybe we'll get the other stuff. So, well, let's get going. Well, unfortunately, guys, I have some sad news. I see I'm eating my meal here. We tried to get this nozzle to turn. It did turn, and then it leaked. And as you see, it did not go well. The pipe came off. All right. As you guys saw, I am very frustrated right now that we didn't get the power washer to work. Well, it does work, but you guys saw it was leaking. So, a little frustrated, but what we can do is we're gonna move on to the next set. That's take this engine off. So, and buy the seal pump, make sure, whatever. But I'm just frustrated. But we're gonna go ahead and take this off. All right, quick update for you guys. Finally got all the bolts loosened up on that one. The one in this one was a pain in the ass because underneath the where the bolt is, right underneath it, holds the brake. So that was a pain in the ass to get off. But I had to have my grandma come out here and hold the brake in. I was able to get that off. So, but I think what we gotta do now is take these two off and that off, and I think we'll be able to get the engine off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we might be able to pull this off, finally. All right, moment of truth. I got something right here to put it on, so moment of truth. Here goes nothing. Oh, hold on. All right. Oh, hold on. Let's get it off. Let's get the transmission belt loose for a second. This ain't over yet. There's something on the bottom that's leaving this on. Oh, I think we gotta disconnect the transmission. Oh no, this is gonna be one day to try to get this off. All right, there's a little drive belt down here that's holding this up. So I got the right side ratchet on the top. Oh yeah. Oh fucking hell. I knew this wouldn't be easy. Probably should have left these bolts on first. We're gonna go ahead and put the bolts back on that side to hopefully hold this thing down. All right, guys. I think we're gonna call it quits for today. It's just really worst day. Unfortunately, that's how it is. Maybe I need to get somebody to hold the top while I'm trying to get the bottom off. So, because this is a pain in the ass to try to get it off. So. And it's raining out here. It's supposed to thunderstorm, so we're going to call it quits. We'll catch back at it tomorrow. All right, it is Thursday. As you see, I'm already dressed, ready to go for work. It was pouring down rain when I showed up to work, but we made it to work. Work went really well, and then I did my weekly shop here. As you see, I'm grabbing my pop right now. Doing this all with one hand was not easy. And then here's my weekly shot and the chicken as well. That's what I normally get in a week. And I paid everything, went to the car. And if you guys can you please put your carts back in the parking spaces? It really drives me nuts. But anyway, drove home and then did my train. I put everything away. Has anybody tried this Mountain Dew yet? This Mountain Dew wasn't that bad at all when I tried it. I got the zero sugar. I'm not afraid to try the original version. So, obviously, I killed you guys there. I'm sorry. But we did some back train. I did Z presses. And then we did the plank rows on the seal row. If you guys haven't tried this one, give it a try. This one was really challenging. It's a challenging back exercise. Then we move on to cross chop, one of my favorites. And then we'll finish off with lawnmowers. Speaking of lawnmowers, I'm going to try to take the engine off camera. And then we'll get started on putting the seals and everything together and the gaskets on the next episode. So I'll see you all then.